The most common mistake with intermediate lifters is they're in fact lifting with form that's too perfect. You need to lean back a little bit. You have a little bit of sway in the torso. Coach Greg, and in today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how to properly perform the lat pull down. The back muscles, in particular the lats, are some of the most difficult muscles to properly engage. After all, it's very difficult to see your muscles working. And so unless you have eyes in the back of your head or cleverly placed mirrors, it's very difficult to see the muscles being engaged as you're performing the lat pull downs. And so it should be of no surprise that most people perform the lat pull downs, they're doing so incorrectly. I'm going to be going over the most commonly made mistakes from both beginners, intermediates, and advanced lifters, and tell you exactly what to do to correct those mistakes. And so the most common mistake for beginners is in fact pulling the bar too far down. And so you'll see them in the gym, the weight's very light, and they're pulling the lat pull down below their chest level. Oftentimes looks like they're doing a tricep press down at the end. When doing a lat pull down, you should be not pulling the bar further than the upper chest. Anything further than that, and you're not actually engaging lats, you're starting to perform the tricep press down. Save tricep for triceps, lats for lats. And so the simple way to correct this is put some weight on the bar. I get it, you're a beginner and you want to lift light weights, but you need enough weight so that you can't just pull the bar and lower it to past your chest level. Try to stay upright, pull the bar to your upper chest, and then repeat. The most common mistake with intermediate lifters is they're in fact lifting with form that's too perfect. They're watching people, models performing a lift, and always those models, they're using excessively light weights and they're hyper aware of doing the exercise perfectly. They don't want to be called out, and so they use 30 pounds for lat pull downs and they're lifting perfect. 2 seconds down, 4 seconds up, perfect form and technique, not pushing anywhere near failure. And so you try and emulate that, and you go to the gym and you're lifting with perfect form. The only problem is you have hardly any weight on the bar, and it's very difficult to push to failure and beyond. The moment you can't get the bar down to your chest, you stop. And so what's happening when you do that is you're dramatically leaving your gains at the table. It's fine for beginners. Perfect. Train with perfect technique. But as you get to intermediate and or advanced lifting, you need to lean back a little bit. You have a little bit of sway in the torso. It's not normal to be perfectly rigid and pull the bar, touch the chest on every single rep. And in fact, if you watch me lift, I don't lift anything close to that. I show you how I actually lift in the real world. And I don't have perfect technique. Might start with great technique, but as I'm fatigued, I can barely lift the weight down. I'm leaning back, trying to get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of swing, because that allows me to train harder than last time. And so my advice, if you're an intermediate lifter, start with perfect form, but once you get near failure and you can't do it anymore, lean back a little bit. Lean back. Lean back. You know the song. Lean back a little bit. Don't be afraid to cheat a little bit to get those extra few reps to allow yourself to train harder than last time. And the most common mistake for advanced lifters, by far, is they have way too much weight on the bar. They're swinging like their life depended on it. They look like they're competing in a limbo competition. From rep 1, they're swinging the entire stack and they can barely get the bar down. It's too heavy, advanced lifters. Lighten the weight. You can learn a little bit from the intermediate lifters. And so there is a happy compromise between lifting too heavy and too light. And so use moderate weight. Feel free to swing back a little bit, but just don't look like you're trying to win a limbo competition. And number 4, not placing the pad low enough on your legs to allow you to lock yourself in place. If the pad is too high, you're going to be swinging forward as the weight brings you up. Your butt will no longer be in contact with the bench. This is not good. When the pad is placed in the proper position, it should be somewhat difficult to get your legs under the pad. And so lower the pad a notch, get yourself down, lock yourself in place. This will allow you to have your butt in contact throughout the entirety of the set. Number 5, and this applies to anyone, grabbing the bar too wide. Oftentimes people think the wider I grip the bar, the wider my lats are going to be. And so they grab way on the outside. This is not good. Anything slightly wider than shoulder width, that is all you need. There is no reason to grab the bar at the ends when it starts to point down. When I'm grabbing a bar, I'll oftentimes grab right at the edge where it starts to bend. Anything further than that, it just doesn't feel comfortable. And so when doing lat pull downs, do not grab any further than 1.5 times your shoulder width. Anything wider than shoulder width, that should be plenty wide to build your lats. Number 6, not using straps. If you don't allow yourself to train as hard as humanly possible, and you're limiting your reps because of your grip, perhaps you had one more rep in the tank, but because of your grip, you stop. You are leaving your gains at the table. And so don't be shy, use the straps. This can allow you to train past failure, allow you to get the most out of the exercise. Number 7, I see this one all the time, beginners, intermediate, and advanced lifters, they're not controlling the eccentric. That's the part where you're going up. Your muscles are 30% stronger on the way up than on the way down. And so it stands to reason that the eccentric part of the lift should be slower than the concentric. And so if it takes you 1 second to lower the bar, it should take you more than 1 second to raise it. If it takes you 2 seconds to lower it, it should take you more than 2 seconds to raise it. And so the most important thing is, as long as the eccentric is slower than the concentric, that is going to show that you have control. Perhaps it takes twice as long to allow the bar to go back than the way down. That is fine. But remember, the eccentric portion, 30% stronger. And so if you want to work the muscles eccentrically, you need to go slower than last time. And number 8, thinking you can't build your lats using multiple or varied grips. Listen, the most important thing is that you're training harder than last time using progressive overload, that you're pushing yourself in the gym. Whether you have a regular bar, a mag grip, or any kind of bar whatsoever, you can properly engage the lats. Simply use these techniques, choose the bar that you want, the grip that you want, train harder than last time, guarantee you are going to make progress in the gym. Looking for harder than last time supplements? Click the link in the description and use code GREG. That's right, G-R-E-G, it's as easy as that. You will get 10% off your order. So many, I can't list them all. Creatine, protein powders, pre-workouts, Delta Sleep, GO2 Max, the list goes on and on. Click the link in the description. And of course, get the freaking cookbook, the training books, the Circle Diet book, coaching plans by me and my team. Check out gregdoucette.com or follow me on Instagram, GregDoucette Pro. Don't forget about that bloop, also that one. Subscribe and click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I'm out.